Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a battle against Darlene, just another random person from the online festival plaza, and she's got a pretty strong team as you can see. A lot of throwbacks on there, which is kind of cool. So this was another good match, and we're going to get right into it. So looking at the team preview, I really had no idea what she was going to want to lead with. Everything on her team is a potential lead, so I just decided to lead with my Decidueye Hawkeye, and she is actually going to lead with her Rotom Lawnmower form. So, right out of the gate, she actually just goes straight for a Will-O-Wisp. That caught me a little by surprise because usually these things like to Volt Switch out, but she actually just went straight for that. So that really kind of sucks, burning one of my physical attackers right off the bat. I just went for a Spirit Shackle to get damage, so that's not going to do too much since I am burned, and then I do take some damage from that. So this turn she is going to go for the Volt Switch. Not going to do too much damage to me, but she is going to get the mandatory switch. And she's actually going to go ahead and come in with Charizard. And I actually just decided to go for the Z move here. I am burned, so my Decidueye's usefulness in this battle is going to be pretty low. So I just decided to fire off the Z move while I can. The Sinister Arrow Raid, just to get as much damage on whatever she puts in as I can. So I'm going to hit that, and that is going to do about half, so not terrible considering I am burned, and then I'm going to take some damage from the burn again. So this turn she is actually going to go for the Mega Evolution to Mega Charizard Y. And the Drought is going to activate to turn the Sunlight Harsh. And she actually just goes for a Roost here. I'm guessing she was predicting a switch, so she just goes for that. And that is going to put her back up to full health, unfortunately. I just went for another Spirit Shackle, trying to get some chip damage. So again, obviously not going to do a lot since I am burned. And then I am going to take some more damage from the burn. So, Hawkeye really not being much of any help at all, just like in the Avengers. So, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to go for a switch here and come in with my Como-O, the Komodo Joe. She's just going to go for a Flamethrower, and that's going to take me down by a little less than half. And this turn, she's actually going to go for a switch. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe she was predicting a double switch or a dragon move, so she comes in with the Azumarill. But I actually just go for the Dragon Dance instead to get my attack and speed up, trying to mount a comeback here to the relatively slow few first turns. So I am going to outspeed this turn, go for a Poison Jab, and that is actually going to be enough to one-shot the Azumarill, which was really good. And that is going to drop her down to 5 Pokemon, and I'm going to take some damage from the Life Orb. So then she's going to come in with Scissor, and she's going to go for the Bullet Punch here. I guess it's the best move she has for me. That's going to drop me down to 36 health, but I do survive, and I'm going to go for an Earthquake just to see how much damage I can get off. That's actually going to take her down to about a quarter, but she does survive, and then the Life Orb damage is going to knock me down to 21 health. That's it for the Sunlight. So I'm going to go for the switch here. I want to try and save my Como-O for later, so I'm going to come in with the Mudsdale, predicting another Bullet Punch so I can get the stamina boost and hopefully kill her with the Rocky Helmet I have on. She actually gets the crit, which takes me down by about a third, which kind of stinks. I do get the stamina boost for my defense, though, and after the Rocky Helmet damage, she just survives in the red, so that was kind of unfortunate. So this turn, she's actually going to go for a Roost to go ahead and put herself back up a little above half health. I was actually predicting a switch into the Rotom, so I went for the Rock Slide, which is going to knock her right back down to a quarter health. So This turn, she is going to go for the switch and come in with the Rotom. Unfortunately for me, I was predicting her to stay in and go for another Roost, so this turn I did go for the Earthquake, so I'm not going to do anything there because of the Levitate. So this turn I have to switch out. I don't want to lose my Mudsdale this early, so I'm going to come in with Vikavolt, feeling he can pretty much block whatever she throws at me. She goes for a Leaf Storm, which knocks me down by about a third and partially lowers her special attack, so not too bad for me. And then I'm going to regain some health with the leftovers. So then she's going to go for a Volt Switch. Not going to do a whole lot to me. She actually does get the crit, though, which knocks me down to about half health. And then she gets that mandatory switch again, and she's going to go ahead and come in with Garchomp. I actually go for the Thunderbolt here, predicting a Volt Switch into Charizard, so that kind of screwed me there a little bit. She gets another free switch in. So I'm going to have to switch out here. I don't want to lose my Vikavolt, so I'm going to come in with Decidueye, basically as fodder. It is burned, so not terribly useful anymore. She's just going to go for the Dragon Claw. Actually gets another crit on me and takes me out with that and drops me down to 5 Pokemon. So then I'm going to come in with Primarina. And she's going to go for the switch again. Doesn't want to take an Ice Beam or a Moonblast, so going to come in with Charizard. And going to get the Drought to turn the Sunlight harsh again. And I actually do just go for the Moonblast for some guaranteed damage on whatever she leaves in. That's going to drop the Charizard to about half, which is not bad. But I do get the special attack drop also, which was nice. So because of that, I feel confident enough to stay in here and take a Solar Beam. I am max special defense with an Assault Vest, so I know I can easily live one of those. So that actually does about a third damage to me, which was even less than I thought. And I'm just going to go ahead and blow this thing away with a Hydro Pump. And that is going to take her down to 4 Pokemon. So then she's going to come back in with the Rotom. And I'm going to kind of have no choice here but to switch out. I really don't want to lose my Primarina. So I'm going to come back in with Vikavolt. And she does go ahead and go for the Leaf Storm again. So that is actually going to take me down to about a third. And it does partially lower the special defense or special attack again. And I'm going to regain some more health with the leftovers. So this turn she's going to go for the Volt Switch yet again. Not going to do too much to me again because of the harsh special attack drop. But she does get the mandatory switch, and she's going to come back in with Scissor, I assume basically as fodder, just so she can get a clean switch next turn. I'm just going to go for a Bug Buzz here, and that is going to be enough to finish the Scissor off and drop her down to 3 Pokemon. And then I'm going to regain some more health with the leftovers. So then she's going to come in with Garchomp. And she is going to outspeed me and just go for the Dragon Claw, and that is going to be more than enough to finish my Vikavolt off and drop me down to 4 Pokemon. So then I'm going to go ahead and come back in with the Primarina, which is going to force her to switch again. I'm kind of thinking this Garchomp might be choice items right now, since she didn't decide to go for an attack. So she's going to come in with the Rotom once again. I just went for the Ice Beam this time, so that is actually going to drop her to the red, but she does survive. But I actually do get the freeze, which was really lucky for me, but unfortunately it's not going to matter because she thaws out on turn 1, which was really annoying, and just goes for the rest, which is equally annoying. So that is going to put her to sleep and also put her right back up to full health. And then she's going to get the Chesto Berry to wake up right away. I just went for a Moonblast this turn to get damage. That actually drops her down to about a third, which was not bad. But this turn I'm going to have to switch out again. I don't want to get taken out by the Rotom, so I'm going to come back in with the Como-O as fodder. She is just going to go for the Leaf Storm again, and that is going to be more than enough to finish my Como-O off and drop me down to 3 Pokemon. So Then I'm going to go ahead and come in with Salazzle. And she's actually going to go for another switch here. Doesn't want to lose the Rotom yet again, so she's going to come in this time with the Tyranitar, and the Sandstream is going to activate to create the Sandstorm. I just go for a Dragon Pulse here to try and get some damage, kind of anticipating a switch. So I do get a crit, but even so, that only takes her down by about a third, and then I'm going to take some Sandstorm damage. So I know I'm not going to outlast this thing at this rate. I have to go for the switch. Again, coming back in with the Mudsdale. And she actually just takes this opportunity to go for the Dragon Dance to get her attack and speed up here. So this turn, she's just going to go for a Crunch straight away, trying to finish me off. I actually do survive that with 28 health. Fortunately, I am max defense, so I'm going to get the Stamina defense increase. She's going to take the Rocky Helmet damage, and then I'm going to go for a Close Combat, which is going to take the Tyranitar out, fortunately, as well as cut my defense and special defense, but more than worth it to get rid of that thing and drop her down to 2 Pokemon. So then she's going to come back in with the Garchomp, and she's just going to go for the Earthquake here, which is obviously going to be more than enough to finish my Mudsdale off, and that is going to drop me down to 2 Pokemon as well. So then I'm going to go ahead and come back in with my Salazzle. And I do outspeed this thing. I'm going to go for a Dragon Pulse, but actually she has the Berry on there to weaken the Dragon-type attacks. That was very surprising. So she's going to take that Dragon Pulse pretty easily, and actually take this opportunity to go for a Swords Dance to get a Sharp Attack increase, trying to set up for a sweep. That's going to be it for the Sandstorm. So I do outspeed this thing. I have no choice but to just go for another Dragon Pulse and hope for the best here. Unfortunately for me, she just barely survives that in the red, goes for an Earthquake, and that is going to be more than enough to finish my Salazzle off, obviously, and drop me down to just 1 Pokemon. So at this point, things are kind of over for me. I just have 1 Pokemon left, which is the Primarina with about 2/3 of the health left. So she is going to outspeed me and just go for a Poison Jab, which Swords Dance or not is going to be more than enough to finish me off, and that is game. So I did end up losing this one. It was a very good match, very close. She did make some very good predictions in this one. I did make a couple of mistakes, and she did get a couple of lucky shots there with the crits in, but that is all part of the game. It was a good match nonetheless. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we will see you next time.